All right. So come back. It's 5 o'clock. You look good with my me. All right, so it's 5 o'clock. We are going to get into it. So we're going to be reading Proverbs 6 and 7. And I think we should read up until 24, but we might not read as much. I think we should do 6 and 7, maybe to like 20. Then we'll get to the gym. Y'all, I just woke up like 30 minutes ago. I took me a crazy nap. Crazy nap. I still need to go to the gym. I still need to do some emails. So we're gonna see how this go. We're gonna see how she go. Anyway, so we're gonna start off with Proverbs 6. And we're just gonna vibe out with the reading. That's what we're gonna do. We're starting off with Proverbs 6. I'm gonna turn the brightness on my phone. I'm gonna pray for us and then we are gonna start. So God, I just pray that you just be in this room, Lord. Lord, you know that we're all sinners, you know, the baggage that we come to you with. But Lord, I thank you for forgiving us every time, God. Yesterday, was that yesterday? I think yesterday I had the revelation just like we always are gonna need you. Like we're always gonna need you. We're never not gonna need you because we're always gonna be dealing with something. And if we are not dealing with something or like battling something, that means that we think that we have arrived. Like we have not. You are the only person that has arrived. Thank you. You're the only person that has arrived. You're the only person that is truly perfect. We're always going to need you. We're always going to need your mercy and your grace. And so God, I thank you for showing me that, even though I knew that, but I really felt that the other day. And I pray that you just be with us during this reading. I pray that something in this reading touches somebody as they come and go. And so, Lord, I pray over this room. I pray over my mouth. I pray over my mind, this word, both my TikTok and my YouTube, that somebody will actually receive something and that it'll stick with them. And in my pray, amen. All right, so Proverbs chapter 6. Don't wake unwise promises. My son, if you become surety for your friend, if you have shaken hands in a pledge for a stranger, if you snared by the words of your mouth, you are taken by the words of your mouth. So do this, my son, and deliver yourself, for you have come into the hand of your friend. Go and humble yourself and plead with your friend. Give no sleep to your eyes, nor slumber to your eyelids. Deliver yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, and like the bird of the land of the fowler. The folly of laziness, go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise, which having no captain, overseer, or ruler, provides her supplies in the summer and gathers her food in the harvest. How long will you slumber, O sluggard? When will you rise from your sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall your poverty come on you like a prowler, and your need like an armed man. A worthless person, a wicked man, walks with a perverse mouth. He winks with his eyes, he shuffles his feet, he points with his fingers. Perversity is in his heart, he devises evil continually. He sows discord, therefore his calamity shall come suddenly. Suddenly he shall be broken without remedy. The 7 abominations, these 6 things the Lord hates. Yes, 7 are an abomination to him. A proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that are swift in running to evil, a false witness who speaks lies, and one who sows discord among brethren. Stay away from the seductress. My son, keep your father's command, and do not forsake the law of your mother. Bind them continually upon your heart, tie them around your neck. When you roam, they will lead you. When you sleep, they will keep you. When you wake, they will speak with you. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law a light. Reproofs of instruction are the way of life, to keep you from an evil woman, from the flattering tongue of a seductress. Do not lust after her beauty in your heart, nor let her allure you with her eyelids, or by means of a harlot. An adulteress will prey upon the precious life. Can a man take fire to his bosom, and his clothes not be burned? Can one walk on hot coals, and his feet not be seared? So is he who goes into his neighbor's wife. Whoever touches her shall not be innocent. Adultery is self-destruction. People not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy himself when he is starving. Yet when he is found, he must restore sevenfold. He may have to give up all the substance of his house. Whoever commits adultery with a woman lacks understanding. He who does so destroys his own soul. Wounds and dishonor he will get, and his reproach will not be wiped away. For jealousy is a husband's fury. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will accept no recompense, nor will he be appeased though you give many gifts. Chapter 7. A crafty harlot lures a young man. My son, keep my words and treasure my commands within you. Keep my commands and live, and my law as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding your nearest kin, that they will keep you from the immoral woman, from the seductress who flatters with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through the lattice and saw among simple. I perceived among the youth a youth man devoid of understanding, passing along the street near her corner. And he took the path to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And there a woman met him with the attire of a harlot and a crafty heart. She was loud and rebellious. Her feet would not stay home. At times she was outside, at times in the open square, lurking at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him. With an impudent face she said to him, I have peace offerings with me. Today I have paid my vows, so I came out to meet you, diligently to seek your face, and I have found you. I have spread my bed with tapestry, colored coverings in Egyptian linen, and I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until morning. Let us delight ourselves with love, for my husband is not home, for he has gone a long journey and has taken a bag of money with him, and will come home on the appointed day. He who seduced his ruin. With her enticing speech she caused him to yield. With her flattering lips she seduced him. Immediately he went after her as an ox goes to the slaughter, or as fools to the correction of the stocks, till an arrow struck his liver and a bird hastens to the snare. He did not know it would cost him his life. Now therefore listen to me, my children. Pay attention to the words of my mouth. Do not let your heart turn aside her ways. Do not strain her paths. For she has cast down many wounded, and all who were slain by her strong men. Her house is a way to hell, descending to the chambers of death. Chapter 8. Chapter 8. Wisdom calls out for a hearing. Does not wisdom cry out and understand the lift of her voice? She takes her stand on the top of the high hill, besides the ways where the paths meet. She cries out to the gates at the entry of the city, to the entrance of the doors. To you, O men, I call, and my voice is the sons of men. O you simple ones, understanding prudence, and you fools, be of understanding heart. Listen, for I will speak of excellent things, and from the opening of my lips will come right things. From my mouth will speak truth. Wickedness is abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are with the righteous. Nothing crooked or perverse is in them. They are all plain to him who understands, and right to those who find knowledge. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things one may desire cannot be compared with her. Wisdom prospers those who love her. I, wisdom, dwell in prudence and find knowledge and discretion. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, and pride and arrogance the evil way. When perverse mouth I hate. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. By me kings reign, and rulers decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles. All the judges of the earth, I love those who love me, and love those who seek me diligently will find me. Riches and honor are with me, enduring riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yes, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I traverse the way of the righteous in the midst of the paths of justice, that I may cause those who love me and to inherit wealth, that I may fill their treasuries. Wisdom has been from everlasting. The Lord possessed me at the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I have been established from everlasting, from the beginning, before there was an earth. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with water, before the mountains were settled. Before the hills, I was brought forth. Yet while he has not made the earth for fields, or the primal dust of the world, when he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he drew a circle on the face of the deep, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he assigned to the sea its limits, so that the waters would not transgress his command, when he marked out the fountains of the earth, then I was beside him as a master craftsman. And I was his daily delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in his inhabited world. And my delight was with the sons of men. Blessed is those who gain wisdom. Now therefore listen to me, my children, for blessed are those who keep my ways. Hear instruction to be wise, and do not disdain it. Blessed be the man who listens to me, watching daily at my gate. waiting at the post of my doors, for whoever finds me finds life and obtains favor from the Lord. But he who sins against me wrongs his own soul. All those who hate me love death. So let's talk about wisdom. All those who hate me love death. And remember, wisdom is the fear of the Lord. Chapter 9, the house of wisdom. Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn her 7 pillars and has slaughtered her meat and has mixed her wine. She has also furnished her table. She has sent out her maidens and cried out for the highest places of the city. Whoever is simple, let him turn here. As for those who lack understanding, she says to him, come eat of my bread and drink of my wine I have mixed. Forsake foolishness and live, and go in the ways of understanding. He who corrects a scoffer gets shame for himself, and he who rebukes the wicked only harms himself. He who corrects a scoffer gets shame for himself. He who rebukes the wicked man only harms himself. So if you're rebuking the wicked man, you're only going to harm himself. As I said. Do not correct a scoffer, lest he hate you. Rebuke a wise man, he will love you. Give instruction to the wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. So you shouldn't just be out here giving advice to everybody. Don't be out here just giving advice to everybody. So what's the point? They're not even gonna listen. Okay. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. So fearing the Lord is wisdom. Knowledge of the Lord is understanding. Fearing the Lord is wisdom. Knowledge of the Holy One, which is the Lord, is understanding. So if we know God, we have an understanding. If we fear God, we have wisdom. For by me your days will be multiplied, and the years of your life will be added to you. If you are wise for yourself, and if you scoff, you bear it alone. The house of foolishness. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knows nothing, for she sits at the door of her house on a seat by the highest places of the city to call those who pass by, who go straight on their way. Whoever is simple, let him turn here. And as for him who lacks understanding, she says to him, stolen water is sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he does not know that the dead are there, that her guests are in the depths of hell. Sheesh. Chapter 10. Solomon on wisdom and foolishness. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise man makes a glad father, but a foolish son is a grief to his mother. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivers from death. The Lord will not allow the righteous soul to famish, but he casts away the desires of the wicked. He who has a slack hand becomes poor, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. Stay diligent, eh? Stay diligent. There we go. Stay diligent. Don't slack. Come on now. He who gathers in the summer is a wise son. He who sleeps in the harvest is a son who causes shame. Blessings are on the head of the righteous, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. The memory of the righteous is blessed, but the name of the wicked is rot. The wise in heart will receive command, but prating fool will fall. He who walks with integrity walks securely, but he who perverts his ways will become known. He who winks with his eyes causes trouble, but a prating fool will fall. The mouth of the righteous is a well of life, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all sin. Wisdom is found on the lips of him who have understanding, but a rod is for the back of him who is devoid of understanding. Wise people store up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. The labor of righteous leads to life. The wages of the wicked leads to sin. He who keeps instruction is in the way of life, but he who refuses correction goes astray. He who keeps instruction. Lord, please give me a mentor who will instruct me. I need instruction, God. Or I could just get it from here. I can do that too. Whoever hides hatred has lying lips, and whoever spreads slander is a fool. In the multitude of words, sin is not lacking, but he who restrains his lips is wise. The tongue of the righteous is choice silver. The heart of the wicked is worth little. The lips of the righteous feed many, but the fools die for lack of wisdom. The blessing of the Lord makes one rich. He adds no sorrow with it. So you don't gotta be sad about what you got. No sorrow. Maybe that also means like you don't gotta be, some people make money in ways they shouldn't. Maybe that's what that means too. To do evil is like sport to a fool, but a man of understanding has wisdom. The fear of the wicked will come upon him, and the desire of the righteous will be granted. When the whirlwind passes by, the wicked is no more, but the righteous has an everlasting foundation. As vinegar to teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is a lazy man who sends them. The fear of the Lord prolongs days, but the years of the wicked will be shortened. The hope of the righteous will be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked will perish. The way of the Lord is strength for the upright, but destruction will come to the workers of iniquity. The righteous will never be removed, but the wicked will not inhabit the earth. The mouth of the righteous brings forth wisdom, but the perverse tongue will be cut out. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked is perverse. Chapter 11. Wickedness leads to death. Dishonest scales are an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. When pride comes, then comes shame, but with the humble is wisdom. When pride comes, then comes shame. The integrity of the upright will guide them, but the perversity of the unfaithful will destroy them. Riches do not profit in the day of wrath. Come on now. But righteousness delivers from death. The righteousness of the blameless will direct his way aright, but the wicked will fall by his own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright will deliver them, but the unfaithful will be caught by their lust. When the wicked man dies, his expectations will perish, and the hope of the unjust perishes. The righteous is delivered from trouble, and when it comes to the wicked instead, the hypocrite with his mouth destroys his neighbor. But through knowledge, the righteous will be delivered. When it goes well with the righteous, the city rejoices, and when the wicked perish, there is jubilation. But the blessing of the upright, by the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. It continues to talk about the mouth, which means that we really need to be paying attention to what people are saying. What are people talking about? Mouth, words, boom. He who is devoid of wisdom despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holds his peace. A talebearer reveals secrets, but he who is a faithful spirit, conceals a matter. Where there is no counsel, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety. Lord, come on now. I need some counselors now. I need some counselors. He who is a surety for a stranger will suffer, but one who hates being a surety is secure. A gracious woman retains honor, but a ruthless man retains riches. A merciful man does good for his own soul, but he who is cruel troubles his own flesh. Oh, so that's a crack. I got something. Oh, that wasn't it. The wicked man does deceptive work, but he who sows righteousness will have a sure reward. As righteousness leads to life, so he who pursues evil pursues with his own death. Those who are of a perverse heart are an abomination to the Lord, but the blameless in their ways are his delight. Blessing comes to the righteous, though they join forces, and the wicked will not go unpunished, for the posterity of the righteous will be delivered, as a ring of gold in the swine's snout. So is a lovely woman who lacks discretion, as a ring of gold in the swine's snout. So is a lovely. So it can look good, but not be good, because it says a ring of gold, which we all know is like valuable. It looks good, but it's in the swine's snout. So yuck. So is a lovely woman, look good, valuable, who lacks discretion. That is the comparison. Wow. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. The desire of the righteous. So what we desire, if we're righteous, is only good, but the expectation that the wicked has. Because maybe that's about entitlement a little bit. I don't know. There is one who scatters yet increases more, and there is one who withholds more than is right, but it leads to poverty. There is one who scatters, right, but it increases more. So maybe that's like giving, doing stuff in other places, but the one who withholds more, maybe being greedy, that leads to poverty. The generous soul, there we go. The generous soul will be made rich, And he who waters will also will be watered himself. There we go. And the people will curse him who withholds grain. That's what we're talking about. But blessing will be on the head of those who sell it. Excuse me. He who earnestly seeks he who earnestly seeks good finds favor, but trouble will come to them who seek evil. He who trusts in his riches will fall, but the righteous will flourish like foliage. He who troubles his own house will inherit the wind, and the fool will be the servant of the wise of heart. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, for he who wins a soul is wise. If the righteous will recompense on the earth, how much will the ungodly and the sinner? Chapter 12, the wise and righteous are blessed. Whoever loves instruction love knowledge. Come on. Lord, please help me to love instruction, even though it could be something I'm not even trying to hear, and it could be something that could be delivered wrong, because people do be delivering stuff wrong. So, Lord, if it's delivered wrong to me, Lord, please give me the understanding and wisdom and discretion to know that it is a good word, regardless of if I wanted to hear it or not, or how it was said. A good man obtains favor from the Lord, but a man of wicked intentions will condemn. A man is not established by wickedness, but the root of righteousness cannot be moved. An excellent wife is a crown of her husband, but she who causes shame is the rottenness of his bones. The thought of the righteous are right, but the counsel of the wicked are deceitful. The words of the wicked are lying wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright will deliver them. The wicked are overthrown and are no more, but the house of the righteous will stand. A man will be commended according to his wisdom, but he who is of a perverse heart will be despised. Better is the one who is slighted but has a servant, for he knows who honors himself but lacks bread. A righteous man regards the life of his animal, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. He who tills his land will be satisfied with bread, but he who follows frivolity is devoid of understanding. I don't know what that word was. I didn't know what that word was. Frivolity definition. Oh, lack of seriousness. Okay. Where'd that word go? But he follows frivolity, which is a lack of seriousness, is devoid of understanding. The wicked covet the catch of an evil man, but the root of the righteous yields fruit. The wicked is ensnared by the transgression of his lips, but the righteous will come through trouble. A man will be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth. Come on. Again, mouth, words. And the recompense of man's hand will be rendered to him. The way of the fool is right in his own eyes, but he who heeds counsel is wise. A fool's wrath is known at once, but a prudent man covers shame. He who speaks truth declares righteousness, but a false witness deceit. There is one who speaks like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise promotes health, and the truthful lips shall be established forever. But a lying tongue is but for a moment. Deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil, but counselors of peace have joy. No grave trouble will overtake the righteous, but the wicked shall be filled with evil. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who deal truthfully are his delight. A prudent man conceals knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaims his foolishness. The hand of the diligent will rule, but the lazy man will be forced to labor. Anxiety in the heart of a man causes depression, but a good word makes it glad. The righteous should choose his friends carefully, for the ways of the wicked lead him astray. But the lazy man does not roast what he took in hunting, but diligence is the man's precious possession. In the ways of the righteous is life, and in his pathways there is no death. I just want to repeat. The righteous chooses his friends carefully, for the ways of the wicked lead them astray. Lord, please give me righteous friends that will help me stay on track. Chapter 13, honesty and hard work pays off. A wise son heeds his father's instruction, but a scoffer does not listen to the rebuke. A man shall eat well by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the unfaithful feeds on violence. He who guards his mouth preserves his life, but he who opens wide his lips shall have destruction. The soul of a lazy man desires has nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made rich. A righteous man hates lying, but a wicked man is loathsome and comes to shame. Righteousness guards him whose way is blameless, but the wicked overthrows the sinner. There is one who made himself rich yet has nothing, and one who makes himself poor yet has riches. The ransom of a man's life is his riches, but the poor does not hear rebuke. The light of the righteous rejoice, but the lamp of the wicked be put out. The pride comes By pride come nothing but strife, but with the well advised is wisdom. Wealth gained by dishonesty will be diminished, but he who gathers by labor will increase. Lord, help me not to just want to get rich quick and look at what other people got, but to be honest in how I get what I get. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but when the desire comes, it's a tree of life. He who despises the word will be destroyed, but he who fears a commandment will be rewarded. The law of the wise is the fountain of life, to turn one way to the snares of death. Good understanding gains favor, but the way of the unfaithful is hard. Every prudent man acts with knowledge, but a fool lays open his folly. A wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a faithful ambassador brings health. Poverty and shame will come to him who disdains correction, but he who regards a rebuke will be honored. A desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is an abomination to the fools who depart from evil. He who walks with a wise man will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. Who are you walking with, Zay? Who are you walking with? Evil pursues sinners, but to the righteous good shall be repaid. A good man leaves inheritance to his children's children, but the wealth of the sinner is stored up for righteous. Much food is in the fallow ground of the poor, and for lack of justice there is waste. He who spares his rod hates his son. He who spares his rod hates his son, which we have seen in other parts of the Bible when people were not disciplining their children grow up to do crazy things. But he who loves him disciplines him promptly. The righteous eat of the satisfying of the soul, but the stomach of the wicked shall be in want, meaning it's never satisfied. What was I supposed to read today? What was we supposed to read today? Because I need to make sure that I'm working diligently when I finish my reading. Okay. Oh, I'm tripping. We were supposed to be reading 8 through 15. I said 16 through 24. We're supposed to be reading 8 through 15 with 6 and 7. We're killing it. Oh, wow. So all I have to do is read through 15, and then we're done with today's reading. I didn't even peep that game. I might have to get back on here because I do like Proverbs. Proverbs is, yes, that's that deal. I do like Proverbs. Anyway, chapter 14, wisdom and foolishness compared. The wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down with her hands. Builds her house. So what does building her house mean? Okay, hold on. The wise woman builds her house. That could be, the house could be, of course, the materials, but the house could be the people. Could be the people. I'm gonna put the friends / family. But the foolish pulls it down with her hands. That could be a metaphor for like pulling people down. Pulling people down. This could be with like words, actions, behaviors, and it says with her hands, meaning like she created it. Interesting. He who walks in uprightness fears the Lord. He who is perverse in his way despises him. In the mouth of a fool is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise will preserve them. When no oxen are, the trough is clean, but as much increase comes by the strength of an ox. A faithful witness does not lie, but a false witness will utter lies. A scoffer seeks wisdom and does not find it, but knowledge is easy to him who understands. Go from the presence of a foolish man when you do not perceive in the lips of knowledge. The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the folly of a fool is to deceive. Fools mock at sin, but among the upright there is favor. The heart knows its own bitterness, and the stranger does not share its joy. The house of the wicked will be overthrown, but the tent of the upright will flourish. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is a way of death. Even in laughter the heart may sorrow, and at the end of mirth may be grief. The backslider in heart will be filled with his own ways, but a good man will be satisfied from above. A simple believer, the simple believes every word, but the prudent considers well his steps. A wise man fears and departs from evil, but a fool rages and is self confident. A quick tempered man acts foolishly, and a man of wicked intentions is hated. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. The evil will bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. The poor man is hated even by his own neighbor, but the rich has many friends. He who despises his neighbor sins, but he who has mercy on the poor, happy is he. They do not do. They do not. Whoa. Do they not? I said they do not. Do they not go astray who devise evil? But mercy and truth belongs to those who devise good. In all labor there is profit, but idle chatter leads only to poverty. In all labor, this is basically a faith without works. In all labor there is profit, but idle chatter, just talking about the business idea, leads only to poverty. What is talking to do? Come on. I need to send this to my friend right now. I need to send this to my friend. What is this? Proverbs 14 2 and it's 32. No, 23. To make sure, because me and her we got good ideas, and I seen her today. And what we're not going to do is just talk about it. We need to make it happen. The crown of the wise is their riches, but the foolishness of the fools is folly. A true witness delivers souls, but a deceitful witness speaks lies. In the fear of the Lord there is strong confidence, and his children will have place of refuge. The fear of the Lord is a foundation of life, to turn one away from the snares of death. In a multitude of people is a king's honor, but in the lack of people is the downfall of a prince. He who is slow to wrath has great understanding. Zay, be slow to wrath. But he who is impulsive exalts folly. A sound heart is a life to the body, but envy is a rottenness to the bones. He who oppresses the poor reproaches his maker, but he who honors him has mercy on the needy. The wicked is banished in the wickedness, but the righteous has a refuge in his death. Wisdom rests in the heart of him who has understanding, but what is the heart of fools who is made known? Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is reproach to any people. The king's favor is towards a wise servant, but his wrath against him who causes shame. And this is the last chapter of our reading right now. Chapter 15, Wisdom and Speech. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Oh, wow, this is reading me down already. So a soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. It's not saying the soft answer is wrong and that's why it turns away wrath. It's saying a soft answer. So the answer could be right and it could be something that you don't want to hear, but you got to be able to deliver it the way that it needs to be delivered to turn away the wrath. Because if you deliver something harshly, and it's true, instead of them being able to receive it, they too busy mad because you talk to them crazy. The delivery matters. Wow. Proverbs is going crazy. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge rightly, but the mouth of the fools pours forth foolishness. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, keeping watch on the evil and the good. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but the perverseness of it breaks the spirit. A fool despises his father's instruction, but he who receives correction is prudent. In the house of the righteous there is much treasure, but in the revenue of the wicked is trouble. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the fool does not do so. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. The way of the wicked is abomination to the Lord, for he loves him who follows his righteousness. Harsh discipline is for him who forsakes the way, and he who hates correction will die. Hell and destruction are before the Lord, so how much more are the hearts of the sons of men? A scoffer does not love one who corrects him, nor will he go to the wise. Happiness in life. A merry heart makes a cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of heart is the spirit broken. The heart of him whose understanding seeks knowledge, but the mouth of fool feeds on foolishness. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but he who is of a merry heart has a continual feast. Better is a little with the fear of the Lord than the treasure with the trouble. Better is dinner of herbs where love is than a fattened calf with hatred. A wrathful man stirs up strife, but he who is slow to anger allays contention. The way of the lazy man is like a hedge of the thorns, but the way of the upright is a highway. A wise son makes a father glad, but a foolish man despises his mother. The blessing of good advice. Folly is joy to him who is destitute to discernment, but a man of understanding walks uprightly. Without counsel, plans go awry, but in the multitude of counselors they are established. A man has joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season. How good is it? The way of life winds upward for the wise, that he may turn away from hell below. The Lord will destroy the house of the proud, and he will establish the boundary of the widow. The thoughts of the wicked man are abomination to the Lord, but the words are the pure and pleasant. He who is greedy for gain troubles his own house, but he who hates bribes will live. The heart of the righteous studies how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours forth evil. The heart of the righteous studies how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours forth evil. Breathe and think before answering. I saw this interview with Dante Al, and he was just saying we just start talking. We don't even think to pray first. Wow. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayer of the righteous. Lord, please hear my prayers because I'm out here tripping. The light of the eyes rejoices the heart, and a good report makes the bones healthy. The ear that hears the rebuke of life will abide among the wise. He who disdains destruction despises his own soul, but he who heeds rebuke gets an understanding. The fear of the Lord is instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. And we finished. Thank you, and we finished. So that was Proverbs 6 and 7 from the last reading to 15. So tomorrow we're going to be reading Proverbs 16 to 24, but I might come back on here and read some more, but I'm not quite sure. But I know tomorrow I'll be able to read at least one, and I want to do like 1.5. So it would be good if I come on here and did like half of a reading, which would be what? That'd be like 16 to 20. Something like that, 16 to 19. So I don't know. I might get back on here, but I do again have some things that I need to tend to, to work diligently with my hands so I can be wealthy, like Proverbs is saying. Okay. So I'm about to read. Does anybody have any prayer requests? Prayer requests. He who has a slack hand becomes poor, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. Come on now. Prayer requests. I don't see none. I'm going to read. I'm not reading. I'm going to pray about like 10 seconds. All right. That's me on 10 seconds. All right. Lord, thank you so much for this reading. Proverbs is so good. Thank you. Thank you for wisdom. God, thank you for wisdom, Lord. I just pray for wisdom, Lord. Wisdom is stored up. It is stored up like in a storehouse. That's what your word says. So, Lord, I'm just asking you to unlock it and just pour the wisdom down here into my brain, Lord. Give me wisdom, Lord, and understanding. Help me to fear the Lord, but to also understand him and to have knowledge of the Holy One so I can have understanding. Lord, God, I pray for wise counsel, God. Lord, please give me some mentors because I need them. Lord, I pray that you give me mentors. I pray that you give me friends that walk righteously. Lord, I thank you for the friends that I do have because, Lord, this has been so good doing life with them. So, Lord, I just thank you for them. Thank you for blessing with them, God. Lord, I just pray that I just do your word. Help me to actually do your word. Help me to not just talk about it, Lord. Just like these business ideas, Lord, help me to not just talk about them, but Lord, help me to like have a diligent hand and work at them, God. I pray that you bless the things that I'm working on, Lord. I pray that you bless my friends who are working on their own stuff, God. And I pray that you just be with all of us as we try to just make stuff happen, Lord. Help us to be able to maybe quit our jobs or start an entrepreneurship business or just anything like a side hustle. Help us to be able to do so to make rich for not just ourselves, but our families and the people around us in our community. And Lord, I just pray that you just give me the heart to be disciplined and have discernment to do your wisdom. You hear my prayer. Amen. So I will see y'all later. It's already 5:40 and it's already 5:40. I need to be in bed by like 11. So I might not even get on here because I really do have like things I gotta work on. So with that being said, I'll see y'all later. I hope you have a good night. And now it's time for me to go to the gym and work on these ideas. Bye.